This episode of the DisCast was recorded on July 2nd, 2014, at discast.us/live. Tune in Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern to watch the show, or watch recorded episodes on YouTube and iTunes. Follow us on Twitter at DisCastShow, tune to the trivia contest, and more. If you're feeling generous, please throw us a donation on our PayPal or our Patreon to get cool prizes. It would really help us a lot. Thank you, and enjoy the... Alright, next up, we have a little bit of a rumor coming for you from the WDW Magic forums. So, according to Disney's website, Disney puts up their wait times months in advance, right? Right now, they're up until the end of the year in December. But according to Disney's website right now, there are no times available for the Backlot tour beginning on July 13th. So there's dates listed all the way to 7/12, but not past that. Does that mean Backlot tour is closing, like, next week?
I feel like this is one of those situations, like the whole American Idol experience stuff and Indiana Jones stuff. Like, why would they announce that? Like, did Disney come out and say American Idol experience is closing?
I think so. I think they confirmed that, yeah.
Because I know for a fact that they, like, told the people that worked at Indiana Jones, they're like, nothing's going to happen.
Right.
To Indiana Jones. But, like, there's official statements that come out. And there's, like, maybe it's just closed for refurbishments. I don't...
Okay.
The main speculation I'm seeing on that forum post is that everybody like, oh my god, it's closing, it's done.
Well, here's the deal. Backlot Tour always has a refurbishment once a year, and it's always in January. Right? You know? So who knows about... I don't know if they would do a second one 6 months after, and then not have any times listed until December, and then not come out and say there's going to be a refurbishment yet. Like, you know, if there's something that's going to have a substantial refurbishment, like Astro Orbiter and Tomorrowland Transit Authority building, right?
Okay.
Like, they come out and they say it months before. We've been reporting on that since the beginning of the year.
But if a ride closes, like, they confirmed this American Idol thing, what's it, 6 months in advance?
Yes.
7 months in advance?
Uh-huh, I know. That's
like,
why it's crazy. It could.
Did they forget to, like, announce it?
I don't know.
Were they just like,
Spectra...
we forgot it, you know, people will figure it out eventually?
Spectro gets refurbished, like, every January, so it's no big deal. Exactly, Spectro. We have no idea. This is just a rumor. It could very well be that someone at the Disney web department just forgot to put times up, or they're just not up right now for whatever reason. Maybe they want to change things. Maybe ahead of the Frozen fireworks and all the nighttime things going on at Hollywood Studios, they're changing things around. We have no idea. It's probably one of those things, though. It's either changing times around because of Frozen stuff and all that cool summer things going on at Hollywood Studios. Either it's actually closing, which is very unlikely, or someone just forgot to put it up.
If it were to be closing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, is it... I would do a refurb 6 months before a ride closes, especially if it's not a big refurb. Because, you know, you still want everything to look good while it's open.
Yeah, see, Awesome hangs around in Tomorrowland. That's my kind of thing. Oh, no, that wasn't him. That was someone else on his computer. I agree with them, though. I like hanging around Tomorrowland. Anyway, keep going.
You know, like, let's say Disney was going to close down Muppet Vision. They did a reasonably big
refurbishment on that. Last year.
Like last year.
Yeah, that was last summer, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, if I was Disney, right, you don't want a ride to just go to waste, right?
Right.
So everybody's like, oh, they're gonna destroy this for Star Tours or whatever they're gonna do with it. But I don't think that that's the case, because
I feel like they would still do minor refurbishments and stuff if they were gonna close it.
Like you said, it's every single January that back tour kind of gets like refurbed.
So maybe the choice was made after that too, you know?
Yeah. I think that's whatever's coming, it's gonna be good.
I mean, I kind of hope it's closing.
It served its purpose. You know, it's one of the last of the originals.
I've said it so many times. Hollywood Studios is no longer a studios park. Stop trying to pass it off as one.
It's not a functioning studio.
Yeah.
You know, you can justify keeping Great Movie Ride because it just has to stay there.
If you want to keep it just movie themed, right? Instead of acting like it's an actual studio, keep it movie themed. You can have
It's so outdated for Backlot Tour. It's like,
yeah, I know.
Maybe they're redoing the script.
That could be it as well.
Because we're like, here's where all of our costume designers are for when they work on the shows that are filmed here. When was the last time a show was filmed at Hollywood Studios?
When MGM was still Disney-ish and stuff, yeah. Whatever. We don't know.
I don't know.
All we can do is speculate.
That has sketchy written all over it.
It's either actually closing, someone forgot, or they're changing times because of stuff. Or they're changing script, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
All right. And on we move to our last story. Everyone stop hating on Fastpass Plus because it's doing its job. Now,
Yeah. That's why.
yeah, check out this graph right here. Touringplans.com took 278,000 wait times from Walt Disney World attractions from February 1st to June 19th, and they showed the changes that happened in them. Right now, Space Mountain and all those rides in the green have had their wait times decrease. And all of those yellow times have had their wait times increase. The white ones, they don't have 95% certainty, so they're not saying anything. Now look at all the green ones. They're all the more popular e-ticket attractions. They're all decreasing.
Yeah.
Look at those yellow ones. They're all the secondary minor attractions. They're increasing. What does this mean? It means that the guests are being more equally distributed between all the rides.
Oh yeah, totally.
Instead of everyone being on the big ones and having Haunted Mansion have no wait at all forever, it's kind of distributing things out, which is good. It's a good thing.
You can't say equally distributing because no matter what, you're still gonna
Well,
be. If
yeah,
if you're
not
using
equally,
Fastpass,
more equally.
Yeah.
Um,
There's still gonna be a 2-hour wait for Soarin' and the 5-minute wait for Spaceship Earth.
right.
Know?
Now, look at
As
those that
equal
have
gets.
their, look at those 3 on the bottom, or the 4 on the bottom. 3 of them are massively, are rides with huge capacities and are Omnimovers. Spaceship Earth, Haunted Mansion, and Pirates. Right? They can churn out something like 2,000 guests a minute. Not in a minute, an hour. That'd be crazy. 2,000 guests an hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense that they would allocate more Fastpass Plus to them because they can just fit in as many people as possible. That's why they're kind of going up, right?
You know what it is?
Yeah.
The issue is that everybody's being able to ride these bigger attractions like without less weight, which
Whoa.
puts more of a strain
Whoa.
on the yellow ones.
Did anyone see that? In my window, there was a flash of lightning. That was cool. Okay, anyway, I didn't
Well,
see it,
not
but I
over
saw
lightning.
it. Keep going.
So let's say like Space Mountain, 13 minutes less wait. That's 13 extra minutes you have in the park to be doing whatever.
Yeah.
That puts strain on those like smaller, lesser known
Remember, that's an
attractions.
average. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So that could be what's leading to like the average increase in Jungle Cruise because there's just more ability to have more people on it.
Yeah. Which also kind of that's what determines how much Fastpass Plus. I'm sure Disney has a huge team of statisticians that are all doing this and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the thunder keeps coming. Yeah. Touring Plans obviously has their own statisticians because, obviously they do all their wait time reduction stuff and things.
This is an extensive amount of research though.
I mean, I wish I could do this.
278,000 wait times they checked.
Yeah.
Like, this is a good statistic, and they picked a great time range because February's a low month, and then you have spring break in the middle, and then you kind of have.
Oh
like,
yeah,
the
well
summer
don't worry.
season.
They adjust for population and stuff. Like they adjusted for population growth from 2012 for comparisons. They adjusted for holidays and stuff. Everything, every little care they had to put in there, they put in. So yeah, that's how it works.
I like it. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
So this has converted me to a Fastpass Plus fan. If it worked more than it did,
See, guys, now you know how to convince Darren of something. Just show him math to back it up.
yeah. See, I'm not good with math, so you could be like, "Hey, this is 20% better." Okay, yeah, sure.
Darren won't look at the math and be like, okay, there's numbers, I believe you.
Well,
Now-
see, this is an interesting graph because this is like negative numbers are good and like positive numbers are bad.
Well, it's because it's a wait time. You want it to be low.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
That's different than what I'm used to.
also look at this. Look at the large list of rides who had their times decrease and the smaller list that had them increase. I think it's also a good thing.
I like how we're treating this like it's this big thing, but the fact that Soarin' is, the average wait time is now.
It's
3.5
down
minutes.
3 minutes. Whoa!
We're like, oh
Stop
my
the
God,
presses, everyone.
Fastpass Plus is working.
It's doing its job. It's
You know what? I'll give it that. It's doing its job. And
it's doing what it's supposed to do.
That's where we have to leave it at.
And
because-
also, I want you to look at the ones that it did decrease the most: Space, Toy Story, Winnie the Pooh. Those are also fairly higher capacity
yeah.
things. Rock and Roller Coasters also. Those are fairly higher capacity. Now things like Everest, Toy Story Mania, Rock and Roller Coaster, and even Space get like really, really, really high wait times. So they're kind of decreasing more. Yeah.
I'm curious how Soarin' works. How the wait time could be decreased 3 minutes because the ride is 6 minutes long.
I guess just how many people are there and stuff. Because remember, they're trying to distribute people among rides.
Yeah,
That's why it hasn't decreased that much, because it's not like it's not that large capacity. That's also why it gets so much of a wait, because it's not that high of a capacity. There's 2 theaters.
Yeah.
It's 6 minutes. How many people are in a theater? Like 50?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hold up. So let's say the ride's 6 minutes long, right?
Right.
And so one starts every 3 minutes. Let's say that. So you're getting on Soarin' an entire show earlier than if Fastpass Plus wasn't in.
If that's how they do it, yeah.
But,
That would
right?
make sense. I don't know if they do this, if they stagger them like that. I would assume they do.
And then don't get me started on how Space Mountain would be 13 minutes shorter, because I have no idea.
I guess just distribution of people. I mean, space, right? I always used to think of space as a moderate to high wait time, but then I went in August, and it was like 80 minutes constantly.
You know what it is? It's like space is one of those weird things. It's like a classic.
Right.
It has like the Peter Pan wait. Like I don't get it. Like why does Peter Pan have like a 90-minute wait at 10 o'clock at night?
Because people like flying over London.
It just doesn't make sense.
It's because TC Hangrail, Darren.
Because Space Mountain is very good at chucking out guests.
Oh yeah. Well, so is
Like,
Peter Pan.
They're going. So
is Peter Pan.
Peter Pan's like an omni mover kind
Yeah, it is. So, I mean, obviously it's not that fast, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So that's that. We hope you enjoyed this DisCast News Bite. If you want to watch the entire show, the link will be in the description below, and you can always watch the shows live, Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern at discast.us/live.